Namaste and hi friends, it's Parvati here with Visionary Veda, bringing you your Vedic Astrology Full Moon Report for this June 21st, 2024. In this report, I'm going to go over the energies at play of this incredibly intense and powerful solstice full moon happening in the sidereal sign of Sagittarius in the incredibly powerful and potent nakshatra known as Moola Nakshatra. We also have a week or so after this full moon, Saturn is stationing retrograde. So what does this all mean and how can we see these energies playing out in our lives? Well, let's get started. All right. So first off the bat, this full moon is going to be a beautiful full moon. It's happening on the solstice. There is a lot of light which is being lent to us, and it is a good thing. It is a very good thing that there's so much light being lent to us because this full moon is falling in an incredibly powerful and intense nakshatra or fixed star known as Moola. Now, Moola is called the root. And this nakshatra is ruled by Ketu. Ketu is the otherworldly planet or graha that is lending its energies to this nakshatra. It is the star that is at the end of Scorpio and the very beginning of Sagittarius. And those of you who follow me, you know that when we go from Scorpio to Sagittarius, there is a little point in there known as the Gandanta point, which is highly unstable. It is going to be passing through on its way to being full the star of Antares. Okay, so one way to check to see where this energy is going to activate in your chart, because it's a transformational energy. And I know you've heard me talk about all of this transformational energy. The last full moon, the last new moon, we had all of these planets aspecting the sign of Scorpio, indicating transformation on so many levels. And then the last time we had a full moon on this axis, which activated Moola in Sagittarius and Ardra, its counterpart, directly opposite in Gemini, also a very powerful, destructive nakshatra, Ardra. It rules storms and calamities. And this is where the sun is sitting now, okay? Sun is sitting in Ardra with the Lord of Gemini, which is Mercury, and Venus, both combust, and is opposing this beautiful full moon sitting in Moola, which is the galactic plane. Both of these nakshatras are opposing each other. Both of them are on the galactic plane. Moola meaning the root. This is what roots our consciousness to our galactic center. Now, I'm losing track because there's so much I want to tell you, share with you guys. So the last time we had this full moon, it was opposite. The sun was in Moola and the moon was in Ardra. And this was December 24th, 2023, just last year before Christmas. We had this full moon. And if you look at my video, if you go back to my video from then, you'll see that I spoke about having a look at your whole entire year and seeing what it is that you want to change and transform to bring into the new year, right? So it's all about transformation. This has been the theme since that time, and now it's coming to a culmination. So coming back to this full moon on this solstice, it is the peak of that transformation. We've gone through the new moon. We've gone through all those aspects of planets aspecting Scorpio, signifying deep transformation on all different levels. And it's going to be playing out on the world stage as well. We're in for a huge, huge change collectively. And we need to show up and be present in our lives and in the world to help balance what is going to happen. Should I get into that? I'm not going to get into that right now. I will try to make another video talking about more the mundane results of all these shifts. But for now, let's concentrate on our personal charts. So have a look at where Sagittarius is in your birth chart. And this is the area in your life that these transformational energies will be playing out. Please use your Vedic birth chart. Do not use the Western system in looking at Sagittarius and the Moola and the Nakshatra, because it will not work. In the Western system, this full moon is supposedly in Capricorn. But if you look at where the moon actually is in the sky, it is very near to the fixed star Antares, which is the heart of the Scorpion. So this moon is moving through Scorpio. It's moving through the heart. It's like going to pass Antares and then come through the poison which is held in the end of the Scorpio sting in the constellation in the sky, and go through this Gandanta point and be in Moola Nakshatra, sitting directly on top of the galactic center. And this is literally how it is astronomically in the sky. So please follow the Vedic sidereal system. You will get better, more accurate results through this, okay? And if you need some help in looking at your natal chart, seeing where these energies are activating in your life, you can always schedule a session with me by contacting me on my email below, which is visionaryveda, VEDA, @gmail.com. I also have a mentorship program if you would like to delve deeper into the world of Vedic astrology, learn a little bit, a lot more deeply how these planets act in your chart, and also how the attributes and the significations that they carry. Please write mentorship in the subject matter if you're interested in more information on that. But moving on to this full moon, continuing with this full moon, the goddess of this full moon is the goddess Niritti. Now, Niritti is probably the most destructive and fierce goddess of all of the goddesses. You think Ma Kali is fierce? Well, Niritti is just 100 times, 1,000 times more fierce. And she is there to grab those things in your life, the root of things, and pull them out if you are ready to have it taken away. And I want to really empower you guys to have a look at what this full moon brings into your consciousness for illumination and elimination, because these are the things that need to be rooted out. You can suddenly see the root of your story, of your anxieties, of your depressions, of your habits. You can see what it is that's holding you back, and you have the ability to make great changes. It could be years of things that have been holding you back that you can change now. It could be you're wanting to change your diet. It could be you're wanting to change your habits. You wanting to stop sabotaging your relationships or your success in work, or even your negative self-talk, your negative self-beliefs. These are really important things that need to be weeded out and pulled out by the roots and not given power to anymore. The world is in a huge transition. And in my next video, when I'm able to bring you this information in a positive light, I'm working on it. It's a big transition that we're going through collectively. The world is changing, and we need to be present. We need to be present and in our power so that we can create from a new place and not bring all of this baggage that's been holding us back for years and years and years into this new paradigm that is shaping our futures. This is the time to transform and change. And this full moon is going to illuminate for all of us where it needs to be done. Now, in your Vedic birth chart, see where the sign of Sagittarius falls. If it falls in the 4th house, it's a change in order so you can be happier in yourself, so you can find a home, so you can bring peace into your home. If it's in the 10th house, is how you can show up as a leader in this world. How can you create and step into your innate authority? If it's in the 7th house, it's how can you be better with relating, with love, with connecting. All the places that you feel pain can be alleviated now if you just tune into the energy of this full moon, this Niritti goddess, the fierce goddess. Let her destroy what needs destroying. Now the sun is going to be in Ardra Nakshatra. The symbol of Ardra Nakshatra in Gemini is a teardrop. So you will feel grief. You will feel pain in letting go of these things that you know, because you're used to them. You don't know who you're going to become stepping into a new place. But now is the time. Feel the grief. Allow yourself to go through and feel your feelings and the grief. Both Mercury and Venus are combusted by this sun in Ardra. So it could be a grief at losing power, position, a job, money, a way of life that you're used to. Venus, it could be losing relationships, losing some luxuries, needing to work hard and to reestablish yourself, needing to let go of painful relationships that you are attached to. The significations of Venus and Mercury are going to play a big role in this new moon. Now, this is happening on the solstice. There's going to be a lot of light lent to us for us to be able to see. Be brave. Face what the planets are wanting to show you. And then about 8 days later, we are going to have a stationary Saturn. Saturn, the planet of karma, of lessons, of limitations, of hard work, is going to be stationary. When any planet is stationary in the sky before it goes retrograde, it is very, very powerful. And the significations of that planet become very strong. So pay attention here. On the 9th Tithi of this moon, or the 9th lunar phase, which happens on the 29th, is the day that you are finally putting to an end the things that need to go from your life. This is the day to do it. On the full moon, you will be aware of it. Write it down. Do your work around it. Psych yourself up to let go of it, whether it's a bad habit, a bad, anything you want to get rid of, an addiction, a way of being, whatever it is, write it down on the full moon. The full moon is not the day to take action. Now, as the moon is waning, then you can put your game plan in place. And on the 29th, the 9th Tithi or lunar phase is when you cut it out. The reason being is that on the 9th Tithi is when the goddess Durga slayed the Asura, Mahishasura, and put an end to the quote unquote, I don't like to see things as good or bad, but put an end to the adharmic ways of living, right? Putting an end to your shadripus, those things that basically are not serving you, that are hurting you, whether it's greed, anger, lust, jealousy. That's all depicted by Mahishasura, right, which Durga slayed. Then on the 10th Tithi is the 30th of June. and that is dasami, and that is the victory of the goddess. So that's when you start to put your new plan in place, whether it's an exercise regime, a new job, a new way of being, a replacement for that which you let go that is healthier and brings you more happiness and wholeness. On those 2 days, on the 29th and the 30th of the month, is when Saturn is stationed before it goes retrograde. So it's almost like it is still in the sky. And when Saturn is still, anything that you let go of on Navami and bring in on Dasami has lasting power. It will last for a long time because Saturn is the slowest moving planet and it makes things last. So please take advantage of this incredible full moon and the station of Saturn coming up for the rest of this month. Do your work, be brave, look at what needs changing, and go through the transformation. The galactic center is there to take our whatever it is that we want to give it. It's there to take it, crush it, and throw out new light and create new light and new energy in your lives. So enjoy the lives, my friends. Enjoy the life. If you would like to have a session with me, please reach out to me at Visionary Veda, VEDA, at gmail.com, visionaryveda@gmail.com. If you're interested in the mentorship program, please put mentorship in the subject. And at the very least, please do like, subscribe, and share my video. It does help my content to be further distributed on YouTube. And I very much appreciate your viewership. Take care, my friends. Until the next video, happy full moon. Thank you. Bye-bye.